Hey everybody, welcome to the drum overview of the song "Oh Praise the Name." We're playing this at 72 BPM or 144 if you're going with an eighth note click. This song is pretty sweet. It's got some great dynamic rises and falls based on the lyrics. So one of the things I will say is pay attention as we go into the in-depth tutorial and the play along. Think of this in terms of the lyrics that your drum part is outlining and emphasizing. For instance, when the groove comes in, it's actually not until verse 3, right? And when that comes in, it's just straight floor tom, doing kind of a jungle groove. A little common for worship is... Then you bring in the kick on the second line of verse 3 at the lyric rose again. And it's almost like the way that the song is arranged, you're staging the drums to like give the gospel story and the resurrection story momentum. So it goes from here. And then the next line that's emphasized is trampled death. Trampled death. So like you kind of build from that 4 on the floor on the kick, jungle groove to the tom, and just hit the cymbals. And those 3 cymbal hits are with the lyric trampled death. So be paying attention to the lyrics as this goes, and pay attention to like the places where you're giving kind of a drumming narrative to the whole gospel story. When you get into the chorus groove, it's real basic. It's just a... We've done grooves like that a lot in Worship Solutions songs because it's very, very popular kind of groundwork for dynamic rises and falls. But one thing I would say with that is you're 4 on the floor on the kick drum and you're flamming the snare. Not just a single hit, but a flam. Now when you get to the last chorus out of the bridge is pretty basic. You kind of do another like dramatic moment in the bridge, and you're going to build out of the bridge into the final groove. You can do that pretty much any way that your worship leader sees fit, but when you get to the last groove, you got a couple of options. There's the standard groove that we did in the Worship Solutions in the Hillsong versions and things like that, which has an interesting kick pattern. It goes like this. That's basically the phrase, but if that's too complicated for you and you're kind of still getting your feet as a drummer on your worship team, it's easy just to go. So you've got a couple of groove options. The only thing kind of that could be fun if your worship leader chooses to go this route is out of that bridge, before you open up that groove into the chorus, there's a little bit of like a cymbal stab on the praise the name, right? So that's super fun. Or actually it's of the Lord Most High. So praise the name of the crash, crash, crash. And it's always fun as drummers when we get to like really hit our cymbals hard. Just be careful because you want to kind of swipe your cymbals, especially if you're in a smaller room. If you smash your cymbals too hard, number one, your cymbal could pop back and come up against your stick, and that's how you crack cymbals. So it's always good to swipe instead of strike. And then when you swipe your cymbals, just make sure that you're playing to the room. If you have a taller ceiling, sometimes those cymbals can get kind of bright if your stage is at the perfect height to put your cymbals right at ear level and you're not playing behind a shield. Just be conscious of that stuff. A super fun song to play. I'm going to dive into the drum parts in the next in-depth tutorial, or if you've got a handle on it already, go ahead and skip to the play along. I'll see you there.